is this story necessary? And I'm like, yes, but no, but yes. So I don't know. Really didn't get that far into the chapter, only like the first paragraph of reading. Hi, hello, welcome. My name's Araya. I am working on what I kind of refer to as a hunting memoir. You can look at it as a nonfiction book about the hunting adventures my dad and I have been on over the years. And so I've just been working on that, and I'm just vlogging and sharing my journey as I go. I am currently on draft 2 of the book. So that means I'm reading each chapter and fixing big picture stuff, you know, plot, character development, and scene by scene edits. A lot of the big things I have been doing is, you know, fixing up that intro and conclusion, taking out things that don't belong in the chapters, adding what I need to add if there's not enough details. So it is very time consuming. My initial goal was to finish this draft 2 by November 30th, which I did not. I'd only got until like chapter 9. So I pushed my goal back to February 12th. I'm hoping to have part 1 of my book done by December 31st, which includes chapter 11, 12, 13, and 14. And this week I'm starting on chapter 11. I did work on it this weekend. I worked on it on Saturday at my brother's wrestling tournament because it was an all-day thing and literally had to sit in the friggin' bleachers just chilling. I actually did have a lot more fun watching than I thought I did, but I did miss my brother's last match, which pissed me off because I didn't realize they had like a whole mat situation downstairs with 4 different ones going on, and then there was one upstairs, and I didn't see that he had slipped upstairs, and it was his last match, and I missed it, so I was really pissed at myself. But anyways, I worked on it and got about the first chunk of the chapter done, so I'm going to try to finish reading the last half of this chapter this morning, and then hopefully actually read through it and finish it tonight, and if not, then I'll finish it tomorrow. I didn't say, but it is currently December 16th. It is 6 in the morning, and I have about 40-50 minutes before I have to go to work, so I'm going to work on this while I have the time, and then I will update you when I'm done, and then hopefully I'll be back this afternoon, evening, to finish the chapter. But let's just get right into it. Okay, so it is now like 7:02, so I have to get ready to leave. I did read through the whole chapter, and I just kind of read through the first half again. I feel like on the sentence level everything's okay, for the most part. Not 100%. But I feel like the biggest thing right now is I need to figure out what the main storyline is. Like, what are the big pieces of internal conflict? I know what the external conflict is toward the end, but I need to hone in on what that is, fix the details in the story to fit around it and reflect the same theme throughout, and then I have to figure out a better title, so I want it to match up with that. So I think that's the biggest thing I'm going to work on tonight if I have time. I'm not sure if I will. There's just a bunch of stuff going on that I have to just hone in on specific things and highlight what the main storyline is here. I mean, to others it might sound okay, but to make it not just a good hunting story, but to make it a great one, I want to make sure that the storyline is consistent and good in this one so that it makes a great story, basically. I don't know. Another great chapter of the book. The other thing is it kind of matches a different one, but for a cat one, for a mountain lion. So there's other details that make it different. Is this story necessary? And I'm like, yes, but no, but yes. So I don't know. I figure this is going to be one of the main chapters I might have beta readers focusing on and see, is this too repetitive for another story? Is it necessary? And if it is, what did you like about it? Is the storyline clear? And stuff like that. Just a little philosophy on my book for the morning. Okay, I need to get going. I already took the dog out and started my car. I just need to get all my stuff together and go. I will see you either tonight or tomorrow morning. Thanks for watching. Morning. It is now December 17th. I I actually did work on the book last night, however I just didn't film or anything. I got chapter 11 done, switched my sticky notes for completed and to do, marked off chapter 11, and dated the reality of when I did finish it, which was 12/16. So now today I'm just going to, or this morning I'm just going to read through chapter 12, move through the notes and here, put it into here, and then if I have time start editing through the chapter itself. It shouldn't take too long because this chapter is only a little over 2,000 words, like 2,300 or 2,030, so that's not bad at all. I do know first two things I've already noticed is the title needs a little bit more spice, it needs something, and then the first picture that's in this chapter needs to be cropped a little bit better, or at least sized down. But yeah, so I'm just gonna get right to reading and working on this, and I'll update you as I go. Alright, so I finished reading through the chapter, made my notes within the story, what I know I need to fix. So, like the title I said in the picture, conclusion needs to be stronger, the conflict needs to be more prevalent in the story, and like what is being resolved in the end needs to be more obvious. The intro could be rewritten a little bit to catch a reader's attention, to pull you in, and the inner monologue and dialogue, I fixed some of it, but there's still some of it that needs a little bit more work. Okay, good morning. It is now December 18th. It is 6:30. I got up a little late this morning because I stayed up a little later last night, so it was a little rougher getting up this morning. And I did not work on the book last night. Instead, worked on editing some clips and stuff, so I was working on that instead. Still getting work done, just not book specific work. So that was so much fun. Just made me a cup of coffee in my friend's cup, so I'm going to enjoy this and work through the edits of chapter 12 this morning before I have to go to work. So let's just jump right in. So I watched a Brandon Sanderson video yesterday while I was at work, and it was a specific lecture on short stories, and while it might have been specific for like flash fiction, it's still kind of relevant because the guest speaker was talking about how for like an action-driven opening, you want to like introduce these three things as quick as possible in 3 sentences or less. So who's the character, their POV, define their attitude and what they're doing, and then the where, the location, and then you want to give a sensory detail, and then a genre specific and unique to whatever you're writing about, which in my case is hunting. So I kind of just rewrote the beginning of this chapter. Not rewrote, but I reorganized it and kind of crushed more details into less sentences. So they went from like 5 sentences to 3. And then the next part is talking about you want to introduce the conflict. So we're trying to achieve the goal, and how are we failing the goal? Within the first 13 lines. So what is my characters trying to do and why? What's stopping them? So need to introduce that and then get right into it. The actual story. It's 9:50, so I'm gonna finish up the sentence, take my dog out, start my car, and then I'll come back in. So this will probably be my last update. However, I will try to get some more editing done before I leave for the morning. I just wanted to give a little update since I did not work on this last night, but I did manage to get up this morning and work on it. I should have time to work on it tonight unless I work on video editing again. It's so time consuming. Forgot to turn that off. Anyways, I am going to take her out and then come back, finish this up, and then head out to work. So thanks for joining me. It's time to go out in the rain. Gross. We had snow for a day and now it is raining, so it is so much fun. Anyways, let's get to it. Okay, it is now 5 o'clock, 5:19. So I am going to start working on this chapter again. I really did not get that far. This morning I only edited about, let's see, 289 words, so that's kind of sad, but I think most of it was because I was rewriting and not just editing the beginning of this chapter, and then while I was at work I actually was messing with, on a completely separate doc, like a different way I could intro the scene. So I am just trying to work more on my writing and, you know, my descriptions and making sure it's interesting and grabs the reader's attention and, you know, keeps them going. So I might end up still having to rewrite that. We'll see. I lit a Christmas candle, which is kind of hidden back in here, and gonna put on my music and get to it. I think I am going to change the angle of the camera though, because I realized that like almost all of my shots of me writing are the same angle. I think except for the first video I took, there's a couple different ones. So I'm going to get started on this, move the camera around, and then kind of go from there. I don't think I'll finish this chapter tonight, so I don't have that high of hopes of that, but I'm just going to try to make it the best as I can in the amount of time that I give myself tonight. I'll probably work on this until dinner, make dinner, and then I'll probably work on editing a video, so let's just get right into it. Cheers. Also, if you've not heard of these things, they're the bomb. They're my favorite. Okay, it is like 8 o'clock, so I need to go make dinner because I was not paying attention to the time. I've only like rewritten like the first almost 900 words of this chapter. I mean, it might be more. I might have smushed it down into less. I am basically rewriting this chapter, so it's taking longer than I expected, but that's okay. I'm making it better, so that's cool. But I'm gonna end this writing session now. I will probably jump on in the morning, of course, and go from there. My goal is to finish chapter 12 by tomorrow, so I guess we'll see if we get through all of it or not. I'm just hoping with me rewriting this whole thing, I won't have to read through it as many times and fix stuff, so that's cool. I'm gonna go make chicken salad and drink my mics. So, see you in the morning. Okay, it is Thursday, December 19th. I got up, showered, did all this hair stuff, and made some coffee. So I'm going to just jump right into these edits and see how far I can get before work. It is about 6:20, so I got about 40 minutes. So I'm just gonna get right into it. Okay, I had to go start my car because it is frosty outside, but I didn't get to work through part of this chapter. I only have 1,011 words left to go, so I've gotten through half the chapter. Not as quick as progress as I'd want, but if I have time, I think I can be able to just sit down and get this completed tonight. We're probably going to go to my parents this weekend. My sister's having a Christmas party, so I'm not sure how much I'll actually get done this weekend. So I'll probably work on this tonight and then tomorrow, and then might end this here and this there, and then can't speak, and then go from there. So I've been getting up every morning working on this, so I can't complain. I'm going to edit another sentence or two and then go to work. I just have to wait for my car to defrost because it is cold out there. New angle unlocked. I just kind of wanted to get my little boards in there. But anyways, it is now Thursday afternoon. I have already kind of started on the chapter. Just a couple of things that already caught my attention when I turned the computer on. So, and I only have a little bit left to edit. I don't think it'll take me too long, so I think I should be able to get it done tonight. At least this first pass. I might have to go over it again in the morning, but I'm hoping, because I spent so much time on it the last couple of times I worked on it, and on the beginning specifically, it won't take as long to edit, so that's my hope. But I guess we'll see for sure. I am going to work on that, and then hopefully I'll be able to switch over to chapter 12 to this side, to the completed side, at the end of this vlog. I'm at least trying to do 2 per vlog, 2 chapters. So 2 chapters a week, not bad, not bad. And on my to-do, it is chapter 12 due by Thursday, which is today. So we need to try to get that done. And then my next goal is chapter 13 by Sunday, but I will probably at families this weekend, so I don't think that will happen. So I might just have to do 13 and 14 next week, which might work out better because those are the last 2 chapters of part 1. So I guess we'll see for sure. But now that you've been updated, I'm going to jump right into writing and see if I can get this chapter done. Do not judge my braids from behind. I know they're a little not parted. I fixed them like 3 times in the bathroom just now and at work twice. So don't judge. I wanted to work on my book this morning, not spend an hour on my hair. Do not judge them from the back of my head, please. Anyways, back to the regular scheduled program. I can't speak. Alright, it is December 20th, it is 6 a.m. and I have a chapter to read today. So I'm going to enjoy another cup of joe and read through chapter 13, moving all my notes into the document and then hopefully maybe starting the read through again and actually editing. But I'm not sure if I'll actually have time for it or not. I have about 50 minutes. I'm gonna get right on this and then I'll check back in before I have to go to work like usual. Anyways, let's get to reading. Alright, I almost completely forgot to update you guys before I left for work. I really didn't get that far into the chapter, only like the first paragraph of reading. I had to look some stuff up, trying to figure out some details to fix like the setting of this chapter, so I didn't get super far. However, I am on chapter 13, so that's a plus. Anyways, I think I'm just gonna kind of wrap up this video here. I have to go do some last minute Christmas shopping after work tonight, and then get ready to go to my parents' for my sisters tomorrow for a Christmas party. So I will just wrap this up here and I will hopefully see you next week. Feel free to like and subscribe, and if you have any questions about anything going on with my process of writing this book, feel welcome to ask them down in the comments. I will see you next week, and so will Mina.